Welcome to 10-Minute Magic, a usually bi-weekly format covering news in the world of Magic the Gathering in 10 minutes or less. I am Joseph Dunlap.
And I'm Joe Butcher. This is what's been going on in Magic the Gathering this past month. Pro Tour Aether Revolt. Pro Tour Aether Revolt ended on Sunday the 4th to a weekend of fierce competition. Dublin, Ireland was subjected to the descent of the Magic the Gathering community as the best and newest decks vied for the elusive Pro Tour Champion trophy. Lucas Esper Berthold came out on top with Mardu Vehicles after a mirror match that went to a full 5 games against testing partner and friend Marcio Carvalho in the finals. Lucas walked away with the trophy and $50,000 from his first ever Pro Tour Top 8 appearance from 6 attempts. Both Lucas and Marcio came from Team Dex Third, one of the 3 brainchild teams of Pro Tour Hall of Famer Willie Edel, the so-called godfather of Latin American Magic. Regarding decks played, 6 of the top 8 decks were the new breed of vehicles decks to come from the banning of Smuggler's Copter. A predominantly creature-based strategy, Mardu Vehicles aim to play threat after threat, including one of the most discussed cards in Aether Revolt, Heart of Kiran. Looking at the entire tournament sample, Mardu Vehicles actually made up 55% of all of the decks, with Golgari aggro coming in second with 23% and Rakdos aggro being in third, holding 10% of the metagame.
The return of Nationals. The 9th of February brought news from Wizards of the Coast on the topic of Nationals. With positive feedback coming in about the World Magic Cup, Alain Bergeau stated that most conversations also triggered repeated requests to revive Nationals. This level of discussion has resulted in Wizards bringing back the National Championships, albeit with some updates. In order to participate in Nationals, a player must accrue a certain number of Planeswalker points by the end of the yearly award season on May 28th. Thresholds for entering will be based on the size of the country, so check up on what you need for your particular nation. The World Magic Cup in previous years consisted of teams made up of 4 people. Reviews of this stated that situations were created where some players spent large parts of the tournament not playing Magic, and therefore the teams would be reduced to 3 members. In 2016, the World Magic Cup constructed portion was run as Team Unified Modern. This coming competition will see a switch back to standard format, with updates to the format to prepare for this change. Based on this information, the Nationals tournaments will also be held using the standard format. The top pro point earner for the season will remain as the team captain for that country. The other 2 slots available will be awarded to the top 2 finishers at the same national tournament. Tournaments will occur on the weekends of September 9th, 16th, or 23rd, depending on your location.
Changes to Grand Prix adjacent events. Alongside the announcement of changes to the World Magic Cup and its qualification requirements, Wizards are also making some other changes. Pro Tour qualifiers, or PTQs, will be returning as one-shot events that players can choose to participate in on Sundays at every Grand Prix. Each PTQ will award the winner an invitation to the Pro Tour that it is feeding. Events will be first come, first serve, and will have a maximum capacity of 225 people. The Grand Prix Trials, or GPTs, tied to Grand Prix Las Vegas, will be the final GPTs to take place. Wizards have decided that the concept only had mixed success and limited turnout, therefore leading to the decision to cancel the system on an in-store basis. GPTs will continue to be held on the Fridays of Grand Prix before the main events, handily allowing for players who wish to earn buys to have the chance to do so. Alongside this, players will also still be able to earn buys in the main events of a GP by earning specific thresholds of Planeswalker points.
And that brings us to our articles of the week. Our first article is 4 important questions every good Magic the Gathering deck builder should ask by David Inglis. Looking at the standard format, David seeks to shed some light on seemingly simple questions that can ideally move deck building to the next level. He also provides a deck list and its explanation as to how these questions can be addressed for entering the competitive scene. Our first comment comes from Peter Lilith Below, who says, I am stuck in a loop of tweaking and tweaking my blue-white control deck for upcoming game day. This should hopefully help me ask myself those questions and tweak the deck for a final time. Thanks. Adam Lynch identifies a potential flaw in David's deck with, I'm guessing this was written before the Pro Tour, unfortunately with Mardu Vehicles running unlicensed disintegration and dealing so much damage through their multiple threats that the improvised mechanic cannot be relied upon, that your demon deck will get run over, excuse the pun.
Moving on to a different format, Paul Palmer wrote the article, The 16 Best Cards of 2016 for Commander. An interesting article for all interested in EDH. Paul runs through the 2016 release sets of Magic the Gathering, hoping to identify the cards to hunt down in order to boost your commander's power. Benjamin F. Klan posts the only comment on this article, asking, "No room for Chandra Torch of Defiance? She's been way more impactful than anything other than your top 5. Also, did you forget the 4-color commanders? Atraxa and Brea specifically have had a large impact on Commander, much more than Key to the City or Stunt Double, which are barely played cards. I know you don't want to flood the list with these commanders, but they should have been given at least one spot like the Gear Hulks." Unfortunately, that's it for this week. Thank you very much for listening. If we missed anything you wanted to hear more about, dive deeper into, or want to let us know how much you enjoy the show, then leave us a comment on social media or find the text form of this episode on manaleak.com/mtgUK, and we will endeavour to respond to you all. You can find Joseph on Twitter
at Joseph_Dunlap.
and myself at Darth_Mulligan. Or you can follow at 10 Minute Magic on Twitter and keep in touch with us there. Until next time, bye bye.